Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to do a lesson a day from A Course in Miracles workbook. I have not been that successful. I think I missed yesterday, but I'm trying to get myself organized and on track. I think these messages are just key to eternal happiness. And well, today we are on lesson 66, so getting back on track. We're still kind of at this infant stage of getting these messages out to the public. Whoever can benefit from it, grabs this message in passing. Hopefully you end up subscribing, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe, please. Because when you do start doing this, when you read the text and you really start to understand and engage with the workbook lessons, it might take a little bit of time, but eventually it's going to start to click in. It's kind of like, actually, I don't know what it's like. Maybe it's starting a new job. The first couple of days you're lost. Actually, maybe it could be the first couple of weeks. By the first month, you've got the hang of it, and by month 3, you are like, off to the races. You are, in full gear. But on the job, there's still going to be new challenges and new areas of learning. But this, I don't even know, this is way more exciting. It sometimes feels very boring, but it's way more exciting than a new job because anybody that is ready to really understand what this is all about and dive into this material is ready for truth, is ready for eternal happiness. And I mean, what better goal to achieve than eternal peace, contentment, happiness, and living in the beautiful flow of life. Hello, that's better than becoming the department head or a partner in a company. I mean, that's so stressful. There's no stress to this. This is just like fun and easy when you get the hang of it. Okay, back to the lesson. So today we are on lesson 66. My happiness and my function are one. You have surely noticed an emphasis throughout our recent lessons on the connection between fulfilling your function and achieving happiness. This is because you do not really see the connection. Yet there is more than just a connection between them. They are the same. Their forms are different, but their content is completely one. The ego does constant battle with the Holy Spirit on the fundamental question of what your function is. So does it do constant battle with the Holy Spirit about what your happiness is. It is not a two-way battle. The ego attacks and the Holy Spirit does not respond. Ooh, I love that. He knows what your function is. He knows that it is your happiness. Fight that ego, because these lessons particularly are just, the ego is just like, it's like this demonic energy, like, no, it's like starting to smoke and boil in fire, and it's like, no, be unshakable. Do not surrender to the ego because this message is like, it is just so vital, and it's like our kryptonite. Okay, let me get back. So today we will try to go past this holy meaningless battle and arrive at the truth about your function. Oh, Viv. We will not engage in senseless arguments about what it is. We will not become hopelessly involved in defining happiness and determining the means for achieving it. We will not indulge the ego by listening to its attacks on truth. We will merely be glad that we can find out what truth is. Our longer practice period today has its purpose. Your acceptance of the fact that not only is there a very real connection between the function God gave you and your happiness, but they are actually identical. God gives you only happiness. That sentence alone, why does it not just do it for us? Like, why can't that just be it? It's it. But I know it's not that simple. I know it's not that simple. There is so much undoing in the mind to get to that most simple notion, fact, feeling, truth. It is. It's the truth. Okay, let me go back because I start to go crazy. God gives you only happiness. Therefore, the function he gave you must be happiness, even if it appears to be different. Today's exercises are an attempt to go beyond these differences in appearance and recognize a common content where it exists in truth. Begin the 10 to 15 minute practice period by reviewing these thoughts. God gives me only happiness. I mean, this should really be our mantra, our prayer, all day today. He has given my function to me. Therefore, my function must be happiness. Let's say it again. God gives me only happiness. He has given my function to me. Therefore, my function must be happiness. Try to see the logic in this sequence, even if you do not yet accept the conclusion. It is only if the first two thoughts are wrong that the conclusion could be false. Let us then think about the premises for a while as we are practicing. The first premise is that God gives you only happiness. This could be false, of course, but in order to be false, it is necessary to define God as something he is not. Love cannot give evil, and what is not happiness is evil. That's a pretty strong statement. If you're first time hearing this, you're going to be like, no, wrong. It's not wrong. Love cannot give evil. What is not happiness is evil. I mean, you're talking like two massive like ends of the spectrum, and we're not programmed to see it like that, see it so black and white. But it is so black and white. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm losing train of thought here. I'm not, but I'm getting a little crazy. God cannot give what he does not have, and he cannot have what he is not. Unless God gives you only happiness, he must be evil. And it is this definition of him you are believing if you do not accept the first premise. The second premise is that God has given you your function. We have seen that there are only two parts of your mind. One is ruled by the ego and is made up of illusions. The other is the home of the Holy Spirit, where truth abides. There are no other guides but these to choose between, and no other outcomes possible as a result of your choice, but the fear that the ego always engenders, and the love that the Holy Spirit always offers to replace it. Thus, it must be that your function is established by God through his voice, or is made by the ego which you have made to replace him, which is true. You have to make a decision. It is a choice of what you want to believe. It's a choice. And if you're choosing peace, then the choice is simple. And if you are resisting this information, resisting this idea, then you are making a choice for ego. Okay, listen, my whole life I've been choosing ego. I get it. I totally get it. But I'm not here to fight for this point. My pride got so in the way, and I'm, at a certain point, I just went, it's not serving me. It's not serving any of us. So you have to ask yourself, which is true? Unless God gave your function to you, it must be the gift of the ego, which, honey, it's not a gift. It's not a gift. But I like the way they it's like spirit is being a little bit like sarcastic. Does the ego really have gifts to give? There it is. Being itself an illusion and offering only the illusion of gifts? I mean, it is. It's bullshit. Think about this during the longer practice period today. Think also about the many forms the illusion of your function has taken in your mind and the many ways in which you tried to find salvation under the ego's guidance. Did you find it? Were you happy? I can answer that for myself. No. No. Did they bring you peace? No. We need great honesty today. Remember the outcomes fairly and consider all. Remember the outcomes fairly and consider also whether it was ever reasonable to expect happiness from anything the ego ever proposed. Yet the ego is the only alternative to the Holy Spirit's voice. You will listen to madness or hear the truth. Try to make this choice as you think about the premises on which our conclusion rests. We can share in this conclusion, but in no other. For God himself shares it with us. Today's idea is another giant stride in the perception of the same as the same and the different as different. On one side stand all illusions. Blue pill, all truth stands on the other. Or red pill, or whatever color is the truth versus the bullshit. Let us try today to realize that the only truth is true. This rainbow colored pill, fancy schmancy, it's the way to go. It is the way to go. Bust through that ego that wants you to take the bad pill, take it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Say, cha, hiya, don't do it. In the shorter practice periods, which would be, wow, that Mercury retrograde, even without the retrograde, I'm sometimes useless. Okay, in the shorter practice periods, which would be most helpful today, if undertaken twice an hour, this form of the application is suggested. My happiness and function are one. God has given me both. It will not take more than a minute and probably less to repeat these words slowly and think about them a little while as you say them. And let's say it again. My happiness and function are one. God has given me both. And I want to go back to the other. And I mean, it's like a prayer. We should just say this as a mantra. God gives me only happiness. And if you believe God is giving you anything other than that, we got some work to do, and that's okay. This is why I'm doing this. And I can't wait now till January 1 where I can start this all over again to lesson 1. Because believe it or not, lesson 1 is way doozier than lesson 66 because it's asking you to literally change what you're seeing. But we're not going to get there because we're on day 66. Okay, so here's the mantra. God gives me only happiness. He has given my function to me. Therefore, my function must be happiness. You have no other job. No other job. That's kind of, I don't know. For somebody that didn't really love to work, definitely not work in corporate. No. When I learned that, oh my God, my only job is to be the light of the world, to be happy, embody happiness. That's it. And again, call me lazy, but this is not. You will not find yourself sitting on a couch with a bag of potato chips, jalapeno flavored Kettle One. I mean, 'cause I've been there. When I was working full time, making money in corporate, I had the bag of chips. I start doing this work, no more bag of chips sitting on the couch. I mean, noshing. Okay. Sometimes I do like to have a good nosh, but this is not being lazy. It's about getting your power back, finding the love. You find the love, you find the strength, you find the confidence, and then you get pushed to do what you truly want to do. And if that is to be an accountant, you're going to be the best mother effing accountant out there, helping people get out of maybe some financial constraints, turbulent financial matters. They're gonna trust you with all of their dealings. You be that accountant, you be that lawyer, you be the barista making that coffee with love. And when you get that coffee, that drink that's got all those extras in it, and you take that sip and you're just having a good morning, and then you get that delicious hibiscus lavender iced matcha latte, whatever, and you take that sip, and and that barrister, oh, they're not an English lawyer, whatever, the barista who was so friendly and just in their high vibing good mood, making their, having their flow back there, making their coffees, loving their job, and they giving you that coffee with love, and they're saying have a great day, and you're like, you have a freaking good day too. Take that coffee and you taste so good. This is not about just becoming some spiritual. I mean, I know I'm going off tangent here, but this is not about being lazy. You are going to be on fire, whatever it is that you love doing. Again, if it is serving people food at a restaurant, being the barista, being the accountant, being the vet, working at a pet store, what doesn't matter. You're going to do it in such joy. You're going to look forward to going to that job. It's not even going to be about the money at the end of the day. You're going to be just vibing with your coworkers and the customers and the whoever. And life is just too short not to feel this and then go out there and smash whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, really. But it you have to get down to the very, very bare bones of this work. And that's what this book is doing. That's what this whole journey is about, is getting to the bare bones of what it is, why we're here, what we're meant to do while here. So, you know what? God bless you. Lesson 66, my happiness and my function are one. Breathe it in, soak it in, absorb it, reread it. And I'll be back hopefully tomorrow with lesson 67. Thank you for listening.